Fitchburg State is an old teaching college that in recent decades has expanded into a full university with a wide variety of opportunities for majors in different realms of study. But it is still a small state school. There are about 2,500 undergraduates at Fitchburg State. About half of them are campus residents and half of them are commuters. So it's a really mixed demographic of a mixed community of who's here for what. It's also a small state school that's a lot less academically rigorous than other state school options that people might choose in the area. Some students choose it because there are a few programs there that are pretty well known. Maybe not the top school, but as far as its price range, one of the better schools for this or that program within that price range. Game design is one of them, the nursing program is one of them, education is one of them, and maybe a couple others, but those in particular, a lot of people come for that. Lots of education, game design, and nursing students. Fitchburg State has done a lot of expanding and revitalization of the campus in the last couple decades. Like I mentioned before, it's quite different than what it was like when I was a student. They've expanded with new buildings, they've expanded the property of the campus up and down the street that runs through the center of campus, perpendicular with Main Street downtown. But it still has a lot of the old classic vibe. It's a campus of old red brick buildings, mixed with some newer buildings, some newer dorms, in a fairly new rec center. I would say going in line with the atmosphere of revitalization that I think is growing in the town of Fitchburg, I think there's also a similar atmosphere for the students that come to Fitchburg State. A lot of the ones that we meet are students that might be first generation born in the United States. Their parents might have been immigrants. A lot of students we meet, they're the first ones in their family going to college. So that kind of goes right along with that attitude and atmosphere of looking for opportunity, maybe looking for opportunity that hasn't been in their family before. Not everyone's like that. I really don't like to generalize or stereotype, but I have encountered that a lot. One of the primary ways that I feel like my experience and skill set and just personal fascinations have lent to my ability to be a good campus minister at Fitchburg State is that I have this fascination with culture and diversity and hearing other people's stories. And I do encounter a pretty good variety of different types of people on campus, different ethnic diversities, different religious diversities, different family backgrounds and histories, different levels of mental health struggle, mental health awareness, so on and so forth. And I just love the opportunity to sit down with a student, no matter what walk of life they come from, and just hear their story, hear where they're coming from, hear what their struggles are, hear what their family's like, hear what their dreams are for their major. I've had opportunities to sit down with Indian students, with pagan students, with Wiccan students, with Muslims, with, of course, lots of Christians, from a wide variety, a wide spectrum of faith streams, from high church, traditional, all the way down to low church, from Catholic and Orthodox to Pentecostal and charismatic. It's really been fascinating to just see them come together and see the beauty of the diversity of God's creation and humanity but also the beauty of diversity in the body of Christ and how we experience things differently, yet we can come together on the commonality of Jesus and fellowship with one another and learn from one another.